Teachers would beg me, you may know something else, please sit down and write. What is the most terrible thing about the school? I don't know because I was not there. I didn't suffer that.
Solves that. That's why I just don't go in.
So, I remember so well, which I've shared with many people. I remembered so well that, this assessment that she was talking about, a big investment in assessment, some 16 billion in assessing children, which is unknowingly grading them. And this grading, life does not respect, only schools and education systems respect. In the end, who does well in the world is not determined by how much marks they got somewhere, but they're given an extra advantage because they got so many marks. So I remember these monthly tests or the monthly report cards that were given out. I would see some children strutting around because they are first, second something, and some children sitting and crying because they're afraid to go home. I don't know what they had in their report cards. As far as I was concerned, whenever it was given to me, I just took it and gave it to my dad. He would open and he would blow. I just didn't know what's happening. This is a communication between my teacher and my father. I never once opened and saw what is written in it. Because I thought this is something between the two of them. Because as far as I was concerned, every test paper I always gave it empty. Didn't write a word on it, or I doodled something. If they insisted, I wrote my name, otherwise I wouldn't write that either. And every time I would change the spelling of my name. Okay? Because the Germans pronounce J as A or Y. So my name starts with J. For some time I wrote it with Y, sometimes I wrote it with W. I tried all kinds of spellings. They said, according to English language, they said a proper noun can be spelled any way you want it. So every test paper, I spelt it differently, as I felt like it. Why I'm saying this is, and when the final test or exam came that I have to go to the next class, my concern was I don't want to be left behind with junior students, I want to go with my friends. So I always passed that one. So people always wondered, is 6 zeros in every test, how do you get to pass this one? I wrote my paper only for 35 marks, which is passing mark. Right through my education, half an hour bell, till half an hour bell in India you can't get up and leave. I'm just waiting for the 30-minute bell. The moment the bell rings, I'll get up and leave. Because by then I've written and I've calculated, I'm getting 37, 36, I'm done, I'm out. Always, if you look at my report cards right through, everything is 35, 36, 37, 35, 36, 37, all subjects. Teachers would beg me, you may know something else, please sit down and write. I said, that's not the point, I got 35. I'm moving to the next class and that's all that matters to me. That's the only concern, that I don't want to be left with younger children. I want to move with my friends. Except for that, I had no interest in anything. This doesn't mean I had no interest in anything at all. I paid enormous attention to every detail of what's around me, with which I developed a certain sense of geometry about everything. By the time I come to 8th standard, my mathematics paper was divided like this. It is 30 marks for geometry, 30 for arithmetic and the remaining for algebra. I never bothered, I don't understand why alphabets and numbers are mixed up. So, geometry I got 30 out of 30, everything else, arithmetic I got 5, that's about it, I went on.